So the New York Times reported on this UN Human Rights Council's report on the Gaza conflict in the summer of 2014. And in the article, they quote the Prime Minister of Israel as saying that the report is biased because the UN Human Rights Council is obsessed with Israel. And so the New York Times does something very interesting. They put in this remark in parentheses after the Prime Minister's quotation that says, in fact, the Council also discusses Syria, Eritrea, Sri Lanka, as if to say the Prime Minister of Israel is wrong in what he's saying. The Council's not obsessed with Israel. Well, I got news for the New York Times. The facts say otherwise. Did you know that Israel has been condemned by this international group, this committee? It's been condemned 61 times. If this week they pass another condemnation, that'll be 62. The rest of the world, only 55 condemnations. That's the rest of the world combined. Are they saying that what's going on in Israel is so much worse than anything that's happened in Syria, where 200,000 people have been killed? What about these countries that the Times singles out? How many times have they been condemned? Syria, 15 times. Well, that sounds like a big number. And Sri Lanka, 3 times. I can't pretend to say that I'm an expert in what's going on in Sri Lanka. Eritrea, 3 times also. But Israel, 61 condemnations. 61 condemnations. That is obsession, New York Times. I'm sorry, but that is proof of obsession. Now, what about the New York Times could say, well, we only meant that these countries would be discussed, that they'd be on the agenda. So let's talk about the agenda of the UN Human Rights Council. Israel is the only country in the world that is on the permanent agenda. That means every time this council meets, Israel must be discussed. No other country in the world has this same treatment. Not Sri Lanka, not Eritrea, not even Syria. Once again, obsessed? Sounds like it. How about the urgent Human Rights Council sessions to meet on a country? Because something is going on that is a huge threat to the world. Where's Sri Lanka on this list? Syria's there 4 times, Israel 7? When the New York Times puts in their comment, in fact, these other countries are discussed, right after it quotes the Prime Minister of Israel, what they are telling their readers is that the Council's not obsessed with Israel, they're not biased against Israel, and that's not true. And we need your help. Click over here in the description also. I've got a link to the article I'm talking about and how you can email the public editor of the New York Times. And Margaret Sullivan, she reads all these comments. Please send her an email and say this remark, this opinion that was disguised as news has no place in this story because it is factually incorrect. We need your help fighting anti-Israel media bias. For Honest Reporting, this is Yardain Frankel. Thank you.